see you all. Very pleased with my operations. I had 8 stitches, 8 stitches over here, 6 in my leg and 1 on my back. They've all healed well, they're all out as of last Thursday, so I've been able to get back in the shed, do some more work, and this video is an update of what I've been doing. Mainly I've been working behind me where the farmhouse, the riding stool, the canal basin, and a few other bits and pieces. I've been able to make some models while I've been inactive, and I've added them and some lights, so I'll show you them in a bit. And I've also been sort of making my own stuff. I'm trying to make my own stuff anyway. I've just had a derailment somewhere, everything's just stopped, so anyway, I'll crack on, and then we'll move on from there. I hope you like it. Hope you're going to like what you see. I've blatantly been watching Stephen from Elvin Home and the way he's done his canal basin, and I'm going to follow his very, very good advice and tips. I'm going to probably emulate you, Stephen, so I hope you don't mind. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I've passed the 500 mark. Very pleased with that, and I'm hoping you all enjoy what I'm going to show you. As I said, if any comments you got, please leave below, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd be very happy if you could. I hope you enjoy it. I've certainly got my module back, coming back in the shed, so hopefully you'll like what I've done. Anyway, take care, I'll see you at the end. Right, so the first building I did was the horse riding area. So there's the farmhouse, fenced off a little area, put a paddock in, a couple of horses looking over the fence, the train's running round, garden bench and some flowers, and then at the front then we got some flowers and the bus stopping outside. I need to put some more, what I'm looking for now is a horse wagon. The scout camp you've seen before. I've now put lamps in on street lamps there, one there, and I put an extra one in there. And I've got another one all wired up, and that's going to go over here somewhere, probably there, either there or there. I've had a go building one of the scenic houses, which I've turned into a pub, the Mariner's Inn. I wanted to look a bit run down because this area is going to be sort of poor industry area. I've got the old factory from built there, BJ Jones and Sons. BJ Jones is actually my brother. And I've changed the road layout. I got some of these walls from eBay, quite cheaply, actually £1 each. I was quite happy with that. I've got 3 more packs arriving today. I need to put some grass out on a hedge, some tables for the drinkers, and then I've glued this down with a pavement. Just got to get a few bits of sort out in there, and I've got to grass the back of that, and then I've put some fencing around the back, as you can see. And this bit here I'm going to turn into a little station, little countryside station, also for dropping off and picking up quarry stones. That's the idea. And then I also spent some time again with scale scenes making a little barge. I'm not too pleased with it. It's a bit rough and ready. I'm going to paint it in, and I'm going to try and look at some different ones, because I'm not happy about the way this looks. It's just so fiddly. I can't cope with it with my big fat fingers, but we'll give it a go. I'll try and see what else I can do. The intention now is to cobblestone around the edge. I've got some balsa wood coming so I can make up the sides of the canal basin, and now I've got the size of that, I'm thinking that you know, if the boats are here, perhaps I've given this too much of a basin, and I might have to take this down a bit, so bring it down to about here. And if I do that, I can put some sheds up along here then. I've got the walls going round to this point. There'll be entry and exit for pickup vehicles there and there. And I'll put a bit of a grass mound on that bit there to finish that corner off. And then got some wagons that I've been repairing. And then this bit then will become a little caravan area here. Then this last bit, I don't know yet what I'm doing with it. I'll work something out. But now, once I get my stitches out, I'll be working on the grass in and getting these glued down. And putting a bit of work in with the extra details, the crates, the lorries, things like that. Get them down in there. But that corner's now coming to life. A few more details, and it should be okay. So the idea that the canal boats can moor up here, but on this side there'll be warehouses for them to unload, and then they can wait in the basin there. And sort of part working and part tourism. You see what I mean? But we'll get there. So yeah, after 2 weeks of not doing anything, it's nice to get back in the shed and do some stuff. These buildings I did sit in the kitchen table, and that, and I've got one more building which I haven't brought in when I did that one as well. So I've kept myself occupied. So we'll see. I'll leave it for now. Like I say, once the stitches are out today, over the weekend, apart from going to help my daughter do her garden, I'll crack on with some bits and pieces in here. So that's all for now. I'll see you in the next clip. Right, I've put these cobblestones down on there, and then the intention is to glue these walls on top of that, to give it a break so that they can see the road is protected from the quayside by these stone walls. There'll be a gap there which I'll have to do some work on that. The vehicles can get in and out here and over there. The other thing I've been doing is making up these walls which from balsa wood, and the idea is that they will line the canal basin like that. And then I got to thinking, well, I got two different versions to start with. There's that version, or there's just a plank version. So there's planks there made up that way, or I've got these with the thin posts, and the posts sticking up on either end will probably do for tying the boats up, so I might go with that. But then I started realising that when I put the canal boat in there, it's really low down, so even when I've got that up against there and with the canal boat in, if I drop that down on the deck, that's it's quite low down. So what I thought I would do, what I'm thinking of doing, is getting some of this polystyrene I've got left over from the greenhouse from packaging, and place that in there to raise the height up, so that when the canal boat is then placed on top of that, it's a little bit more, by the time I put the PVA down for the water, etc., it'll be a little bit more higher, and it'll look a bit more natural. So probably, yeah, it'll end up being about that high up. So that probably would look a lot better than this wooden thing will hide that bit at the side, so you can't see where the edging is for the cobbles, which will mean I'll have to cover all this area here and all the way down with the polystyrene, and then before I put the PVA on, go around the edges with a glue gun just to seal it off. I saw Mark from Piccadilly doing that, just to put a glue gun around the edges just to seal it off, and then I can put the PVA, water, whatever it is, down on top. Obviously I'm just experimenting with this bit, but I'll have to cut a piece of polystyrene that'll fit in there to give it a better shape. The only thing I'm worried about is the hot glue on there. It might melt it, but as long as it seals it, it should be okay. So what I'm now going to do is carry on with this wall here, put the cobblestones down here, and probably there and down to as far as that point, because there'll be walls going along there as well. And then this bit, I'm definitely going to take this out to here and create some storage sheds and workers. So this will be the actual wharf, working wharf. That'll be where they moor up. And then, because that's near the road as well. And this bit here will also have a bit of workings on, because I'm intending to put a station here. So that's the plan. Let's see how we go from there. Yeah, so I'm going to spend the next hour now gluing down some cobblestones. See you when I get back. Well, here we are so far. What I'm able to do is put that light in there. Put these dry stone walls in. Put the cobblestones down. And then you can see I've widened that bit there, so I can put some sheds and cranes and things like that on it, make that into a little working wharf. I've come down as far as here. I'm going to leave that bit there, but now what I'm going to do is to cut the polystyrene and get all that fitted into there, and use the glue gun and glue it in place. And then I'm going to grass that area there and this little bit at the back here. You can see this ballasting hasn't been done yet. What I'll probably do is ballast, get my words out, ballast up to there, to that bit, because I don't know what I'm doing here with the station yet. But that's just a quick update as to where I am now. Just want to put, I think I'm going to put another light in there, and then probably one here, but I'll wait until this area is done. Like I said, I'm winging it all the way through, just winging it, see how things work out really. But what I have found very useful, I treated myself some of this Gorilla Glue. My God, you don't have to stick quick. Brilliant, much better than PVA for now. Anyway, crack on. I'll see you in the next segment. Right, so I have put the polystyrene in up to the edges. It's nice and tight. And then what I'm going to do is use a glue gun now, just to seal some of the edges up there around here. And then I've got to get the edges for the wharf, the one. So I'm going to need to build a load of these, but a lot smaller than that, so I can get them in place. So it'll be me sat at the desk. So but it's coming up. I've grassed all that. I'm just waiting for that to stick, and then I can lift it all up, hoover it all up and neaten it up. And I've got some bits and pieces coming to decorate the layout. A couple of lorries, crates, forklift, things like that, and then that'll be that little factory done. I might put a load of beer barrels there, because I think that's going to be the brewery. Yeah, I'm going to turn that into the brewery. It's BJ Jones and Son, which is my brother, and yeah, he quite fancy that as a brewery own stuff. So yeah, that'll be there, and it's right next to the pub, so it's useful. So yeah, let's get in there. Be back in a bit. So before I go any further, I thought I'd take you through how I'm going to make the wharf sides. So I've got two different types of balsa wood. I've got sheet balsa wood, and I've got very thin strip balsa wood. So I cut out the width of the height of the wharf on the sheet balsa wood, and then I cut the strips down into little about 1 inch pieces, and they'll go and glue along the sides. I use a Stanley knife then to mark out what I think is the planks. 2 cuts with a Stanley knife, and like a quick sanding down. Then I mark out where I'm going to put the bollards, and then once I've got the bollards marked down, I then glue them down with PVA, and then it's just a case of waiting until they dry. And then once they dry, I can then put them in position and get them painted, or I should paint them first and then put them in position. Right, I've moved on a bit now. I've made up the sides for the canal basin with the various posts. Just waiting for, I've got two more bits here to dry, and then when they dry I can give them all a painting and then I can set them up. While I'm waiting for those bits to dry, I've started to put together the camping site. So there'll be a farmhouse here, it'll be two farmhouses actually, and then there's a dirt path going in, and then that'll spread out. There's a lot of it on there. I've got to hoover that up to create the mud, and then once that's dried and the fencing is dried, got the fencing in there, once that's all dried in, I can then grass the bits that's left over. So yeah, I'm working my way back down to the tunnels. I've not got far to go now. And then obviously I've got this bit here, which is going to be the quarry and the little station. So once I've got that grass down, I've got the house, then that'll fit in there. Little farmhouse, have a little garden, side gardens each. That'll go in there. I've got the wires there. I've just got to solder on, put them down in there. So it really is coming together. Looking forward to that. So once I've soldered that and grassed that area there, I've got to make up. I'll probably spend Saturday today, Sunday tomorrow. I've got bits and pieces to do, helping out some neighbours, and then when I get some time, then I'm going to make myself a couple of probably 3 or 4 sheds, storage sheds there, and I've put the wall all the way around. There'll be a road entrance here for the traffic to come in and load up, and then I've got some side entrances. These one opposite the pub, obviously. You can see I've hoovered up the grass from there. What I'm now going to do is put some tables and some hedging in to finish that off on there. And the houses have got their grass down. So yeah, it's all starting to come together. Looking really good now. Quite pleased with that. Whether it's authentic or not, I don't know, but you know, I'm quite chuffed with it. So yeah, see how we get on with that. Looking good. Quite pleased with it. And I've got a little caravan there. I've got about 3 caravans. I could do with getting some more actually, but that'll be the little campsite, the caravan site there. Perhaps what I could do is a toilet block. That's why I haven't got there. Put a little toilet block in. I'll have to have a think about that. It's funny how you find other extra pieces to do. You think, I'll just do this, I'll just do that. Next thing you know, you're building it and building it up. But it's all the little details of the matter. I'll put another light in over there as well. I'll probably put another one on that end. And I don't know what I'm going to do for this area. It should have some lamps in, really. I don't know yet. See what it's like when I got the sheds on. Anyway, that's enough for now. But as I step back, you can see it's all starting to come together. I've got that in place. It's not deliberate. It's just holding that little gate up there because I had to re-glue it. Looks a bit rough, but yeah. Yeah, it's all starting to come together. Really pleased with it. I suppose I'll better run some trains tomorrow. Clean all the tracks up actually, and run some trains as well, because they need running. They're just hanging around at the minute, but they do need running. See you in the next segment. Right, so the one sides of the canal basin have been painted and now fixed in. What I'm now going to do is paint all this polystyrene brown, and then I'm going to have to attempt the glue method of putting water in, much like Stephen's done at Alvin Home. I am going to copy Stephen. I make no bones about it, because I think that's the area I've got to cover will be too costly if I try and use water. But before I do that, that's got to be painted all the way down, and then I need to get this station in first, because I don't want to be leaning across it while it's drying, because while that PVA is drying, it's going to take days and days and days, especially in this shed where it's quite cool. So yeah, I think concentrate on that bit, get that bit done, and then that. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the caravan park. That's going to come along quite well. Little gate there open to the canal side. You can see where the cars are churned up the mud. I've got another caravan to put there. I'll put some flowers out, things like that. Yeah, quite pleased. So overall, as you can see, looking pretty good. A lot of work. I've had my father-in-law in having a quick look. He's quite pleased with it. So yeah, very pleased. Anyway, that's it for now. I am back. Still have to be careful what I do, but hopefully, I think within, I'd say, a month, this bit will be done. Probably 2 months. This bit will be done, and then next is all of that TMD and other bits and pieces. So yeah, so that's it for this session, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comments you have below, and if you like and you haven't, please subscribe. Be very grateful. Take care, everybody. Diolch yn fawr.